Solar power world record broken with miracle material. Researchers have passed the 30% efficiency barrier with silicon solar cells for the first time by combining them with the so-called miracle material. It has been hailed for its potential to transform an array of industries, ranging from ultra-high-speed communications to renewable energy production. The researchers behind the latest solar cell record now hope to commercialize the technology to achieve a widespread rollout. Device marked a big step in accelerating the energy transition, and would improve energy security by reducing fossil fuel dependency. China says it wants to be carbon neutral by 2060. 2 years ago, Chinese President Xi Jinping formally announced the world's second-largest economy would strive for peak carbon emissions in 2030, and carbon neutrality in 2060. Analysts said emphasis on climate has fueled a policy push to try to support businesses focused on renewable energy and reducing carbon emissions. Last 2 years show how Chinese leaders still struggle to balance growth and economic interests with achieving climate goals, especially in an economy where coal is the dominant energy source. Electric cars and batteries have been an obvious growth area, with Chinese EV makers expanding their businesses beyond China. France's nuclear energy faces big challenges. Deep-rooted problems with France's nuclear-heavy energy strategy are raising serious questions about its winter preparedness. A long-standing source of national pride, France generates roughly 70% of its electricity from a nuclear fleet of 56 reactors, all operated by state-owned utility EDF. In recent months, however, more than half of EDF's nuclear reactors have been shut down for corrosion problems, maintenance, and technical issues. Many others in Europe are turning to atomic power as a replacement for a shortfall in Russian gas. Renewable energy meets 107% of rise in global electricity demand in 2022. Wind and solar offer solution to climate impacts, energy insecurity and economic instability. Globally, there was an increase in electricity demand of 389 terawatt-hours, a rise of 3% year-on-year, with more than half of that coming from the US and China. While the US was unable to meet this increase in demand with renewable energy sources alone, China satisfied nearly double its increased demand with those sources. It is too early to determine whether all future rises in global electricity demand will be met by renewables. EU puts in place oil price cap in its latest package of sanctions against Russia. The European Council adopted the 8th package of hard-hitting sanctions against Russia for its aggression against Ukraine. It introduces new EU import bans worth €7 billion to curb Russia's revenues, as well as export restrictions. This will further deprive the Kremlin's military and industrial complex of key components and technologies and Russia's economy of European services and expertise. At the same time, the oil price cap can also serve to keep energy costs stable at a time when high costs, particularly elevated fuel prices, are a great concern to all Europeans.